Hey, just in time for Thanksgiving holiday week, a delicious twist on turkey from one of Atlanta's most famous chefs. Scott Serpas with Serpas True Food has a knack for carving out a style all his own, and he's joining us in the Good Day studio today. He's making some turkey gumbo. It sounds absolutely delicious. So Scott, welcome. We're glad to have you here today.
Thanks for having me, Elise. Appreciate it.
It looks good. Loving all the colors you have going on as well.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, we have to mention this. You're from South Louisiana.
Right, from New Orleans.
So you know a thing or two about gumbo, right?
A little bit, a little bit about New Orleans. So,
walk us through this.
So you know, normally Thanksgiving Day, you have your family and friends over. You have a lot of turkey, a lot of food, a lot of ham, you know, whatnot, stuffings and stuff, butternut squash. So at the end of the night, you're like, what do we do with this the next day? So if there's a lot of turkey left over, you clean the carcass really good, pull all the meat off. Right. You can make a stock with the carcass, all right? You can make a nice turkey stock with some onions and carrots and celery for like an hour and a half, cook it, cover it with water, and then you'll have a nice flavorful stock. And then you take the rest of that meat, and we're gonna put together a little roux. Okay. We already got oil in the pot, and then we're gonna take some flour, and we're gonna make a roux.
Making a roux. And
right, so it's just a little bit of...
who haven't made a gumbo, this
is
like
it's the base of it, right? So it's like the foundation of this. It's a little bit of canola oil and some butter, and then we add some flour, just enough. And we need to get this color to like a light fudge. And then you're going to add all your garnishes to it, whether it's bell pepper, some butternut squash left over, onions, celery, garlic, and then some seasoning, which we have. We got a house spice seasoning that we make at Serpas all the time. Okay. And it's just a concoction of some chili powder, some cayenne, garlic powder, onion powder, some thyme, a little bit of bay leaf. And then you add your broth to that, and it thickens it up really nicely. You got to bring it to a boil in order for it to get to full thickness capacity, consistency. And then you turn it down to a simmer, let it cook for like an hour. But you have a light.
Here's the thing. I have always heard how important that the roux is. So it's always been kind of intimidating because you know you have to get that right to get the dish right. But this doesn't seem like it's all that complicated.
No, it's not bad at all. I think people make it more of more about it than it really is, right? So we're just going to cook this, and you could cook this in the oven if you don't want to stand over the stove the whole time cooking it, because you really got to cook it slow, and you got to watch, because if it burns, you kind of scorch the whole pot. You got to start over again. Okay, something to keep in mind. So yeah, so it's just, and then so normally traditionally you don't have butternut squash in a gumbo, but you can put whatever you like. So today we're going to do turkey with what's left over. We have some nice butternut squash, which I did that in place in lieu of okra or something. We also have some andouille sausage in there if you have some sausage left over, or if you got a ham for Thanksgiving, you can use large diced ham in there. That's awesome as well too. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, absolutely. Right? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So you know, it's just about your imagination and what flavors you think would go well together. It looks delicious. Yeah, so it's going really well. We have a finished product here. It's the butternut squash and turkey gumbo. It's got some andouille sausage in it, some nice rice, a little bit of scallion. And then we also got a new restaurant opened up in Brookhaven. Yeah, what is this? It's called Dixie Q. It's a barbecue restaurant. So excited about that. It's only been open a little bit over a week. So
you know a thing or two about barbecue.
Well, you know, if you're passionate about something, and I've been cooking for a long time, it's easy. It's all, you know, it's how much you put into it to make sure you're doing the right thing, and you know, you just whatever you get out of it. So
food is what you know.
Yeah, exactly. Just like what you do. You know, you're great at what you do. So
thank you. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Okay, if you want to check out this turkey gumbo recipe, you can do that. We're going to have this story posted at fox5atlanta.com. You don't just have to have a turkey sandwich after Thanksgiving. You can reuse that into some turkey gumbo. Looks amazing. Scott Serpas here with us today. Again, if you want to find that recipe, fox5atlanta.com. Dixie Q is the new restaurant. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Yeah, thanks to you guys.
Leave all of that. We know what to do with that turkey gumbo.